So I had to start this video again, so it's something I'll probably just get straight into. Got a call about a job just there, potential, in County Louth. So I always get jobs miles away, but I guess fuck it, you can't complain if you don't take what's offered to you. To be honest, I don't mind working outside of Dublin. I'm sure it'd still be decent enough pay, but I'm gonna get into the video. Fucking hell, everyone's interrupting me at this one, but for a good reason. So fingers crossed. Got my CV in circulation now. Oh, that was good boy. So I want to talk about why young men kill themselves, right? And I was talking about going training and coaching young lads, and we have a huge responsibility to them, because 16 to 25 is the most common age, I believe, for young men taking their lives, and it's also the biggest killer among that age group. So it's obviously quite significant, And I think in Scotland, it's when I was doing the research on Jamie Hutchison, God rest his soul. Scott Hutchison. I'm getting Jamie Hutchison is on Have a Word podcast. Have a Word, the ginger fella, Dr. Catford. If anyone's watched that, I love that video. Being autistic, I can appreciate the joke. But no, Scott Hutchison. Sorry, I'm hopped up on ibuprofen, so bear with me. So I just think, it's something that needs to be talked about. Why do young men kill themselves so much nowadays? Why do you think? So from what I've observed, it's because there's no clear role defined at all. Okay, so the traditional roles of a man and a woman are gone. That's just the thing, You have to be soft and feminine, and you have to just basically do whatever the woman wants. That's what I see, and I'm basing that off what I've actually seen. I'm not saying everyone is like that before anyone bites my head off, but I'm saying I've witnessed a lot of it, where you have to compliment your girlfriend 24/7, and if you don't, she rips your head off and says you're a horrible prick, and creates drama out of every situation. Like, I've seen it where I know the girl, I don't even know the fella, but I'll be talking to her fella and we'll be having a laugh, and they always want to know what's going on because you're having a much better time than they are, because you're just having a chat, while they're going into the fucking toilet to take pictures and whatever. It's fucking exhausting to deal with it, but I feel like there's a lot of onus still on the man to carry out the provider role, but with none of the benefits. So you're still supposed to provide, you're supposed to be a manly man who can do everything, but God forbid you actually put your foot down, and be assertive. Then you're fucked. God help you then. So, on the other hand, the older generation of men keep beating up the younger generation for being, sometimes literally, fucking got that experience too, but you're weak, you're not masculine, you need to be more of a man, you need to grow a thicker skin. There's an awful lot of very throwaway comments and very little actually useful information. And particularly in my young life, I didn't get anything useful from my dad, really. He was never really there, and when he was, all he'd say is, oh, stop being such a big girl, stop being such a wuss, grow a thicker skin. Rather than him actually helping out in any way, it was just really, you need to do better, you need to be better, it's not my job to do everything for you, and it isn't, I agree, but it's your job to do something. And seeing as you fucked off when we were young and small and needed someone around, you kind of have a duty of care, but wasting our fucking time. Come on, I'll stay on one side and keep chopping and changing. Good boy. But yeah, it's so stupid. It's throwaway comments. What do you want me to do about it? And a lot of fathers are guilty of this, I find nowadays, of not being involved in the kid's life and leaving everything to the mother to do up until they get to about 17 or 18, the critical points in their lives. And then just coming in and giving out about how weak they are as men and how pathetic they are when you've done nothing to help them your whole life. You're never around, you never help. You leave everything to the mother. And certainly older roles, men from the older generations had it easy, didn't they? Go off to work, get back, have a dinner made for them, have the house cleaned, the kids minded. And then as soon as the weekend came, they were off fucking golfing or off to the pub, doing their own thing, or playing football. It's a very selfish type of attitude, you know. And I guess when you provide for the whole family, you get that luxury, but there's comfort in knowing your role, and I feel like no one knows it now. It's not defined at all. Like, it's all put on young fellas to be more understanding and more sympathetic, but not being funny, what the modern women, what are they held accountable for? Because women from older generations had a fucking terrible, and I don't think that's fair. But you don't just get to be treated like a princess if you're acting like a scumbag, you know, going off doing whatever you want. And thinking you're too good to clean up after someone or too good to do a hard working job. Which I've seen it, you know. Like when I've worked in jobs, I've seen a lot of young women be so lazy and say, I'm not doing that, or start crying and putting on the waterworks or claiming harassment just for being asked to do a simple job. They get away with it. Whereas I'm told, grow up here, cop onto yourself. You know, stop whinging and stop complaining. I don't just get it from people I'm working with, I get it from my own family. I get told I'm defeatist, get told I need to, you know, do better. You know, that if a job's terrible, it's my fault, not theirs. You know, and it's really just hammering young men. Diligent, hard-working young men don't get fucking anything nowadays. No benefits, really. You know? Like, it's the lie that you get loads if you work hard, you know, just work hard. No, I've done it and it doesn't get rewarded. You basically are then expected to pick up the slack for people that don't work hard. Which is not fair. But it happens. The person who says outright, no, I'm not doing that, they get away with it. They're not expected to do it. They've set the tone that I won't be doing anything extra. But you do, and you're made to do it. You actually try and help out and be diligent like you've been taught your whole life, and guess what, it's used against you. You're better off being lazy and doing fuck all. You know? Our favourite fail, isn't it? Yeah.